This week's lesson is the plot to kill Paul, and it comes from the book of Acts, the 23rd chapter, verses 12 through 24. As we study the scriptures and the stories of faith passed down to us through the generations, we come across many helpers, those who will be helping others by doing what is right. Today's scripture tells us of one such helper, the son of Paul's sister. Paul was in Jerusalem, and the city was in an uproar over his coming. He had been recognized by others in the city from some of his other journeys. These other Jews stirred up the crowd to the point that they tried to kill him. Paul was then arrested by the commander, and they prepared to flog him. Paul stopped them because he was born a Roman citizen, and because you could not flog a citizen who had not been found guilty. The commander wanted to find out exactly what the Jews accused Paul of doing, so called the chief priests and all of the Sanhedrin to assemble. And brought Paul to stand before them. As Paul spoke to them, a dispute broke out, and they were divided and argued. The dispute became so violent that the commander thought that Paul would be torn into pieces, so he ordered troops to go down and bring Paul back to the barracks. The next morning, a group of men formed a conspiracy and bound themselves with an oath to not eat or drink until they had killed Paul. More than 40 men were involved in this. They went to the chief priests and elders and told them what they had done. They asked the chief priest to petition the commander to bring Paul before them on the pretext of wanting more information about his case. The men planned to kill Paul before he got there. But the son of Paul's sister heard of the plot and went to the barracks to warn Paul. Paul then called the centurion to him and had him take his sister's son to the commander. The centurion told the commander to listen to the young man, so the commander pulled him aside and asked him what he wanted to tell him. The son of Paul's sister told the commander of the plot to kill Paul. The commander then dismissed the young man and warned him not to tell anyone what he had reported to him. The commander then called his centurion over and told them to prepare to move Paul to Governor Felix in Caesarea. What do you think about the son of Paul's sister and his actions? Why is it interesting that it was a young man, a youth, who saved Paul? What does it tell us as people of faith about younger people? Why is it sometimes difficult to stand strong against a group of people?